that's going to bring down the banks. Let's go back to 2023, not ancient history, only 2 years ago. Signature, First Republic, and Silicon Conman Valley Bank. 3 banks went bust. Woof, down goes the markets. Woof, gold prices spike. 3 banks. You're going to see 30, 40, 50 banks start failing. They've dumped in $29 trillion to bail out the banksters that caused the crash. $29 billion. But you could go to hell, you could go bust, you could lose your home. We don't give a damn about you. That's my greatest concern. So when you ask me what the people should do, GC's 3 Gs, guns, gold, and a getaway plan. Oh, look at JP Morgan Chase, convicted of 5 felonies. 5. One of them rigging the precious metals market. In 2019, they paid the grand total of $900 million after rigging it. The Syrian war, the Libyan war, and now we'll talk about Venezuela. You think the United States would have invaded those countries if their major export was broccoli? Talking about building up the war against Ukraine. These wars build up, again, it goes back to gold. It's the #1 safe haven asset in the world. And if you didn't have these cryptocurrencies, gold would be $6,000, $7,000.
According to trends forecaster Gerald Celente, a perfect storm is brewing that will tear control of the gold price away from the powerful. He warns it begins with an imminent collapse in the banking system. Celente states the coming crash in commercial real estate is set to bring down 30, 40, even 50 banks. Just like in 2023, he reminds us, when 3 banks failed and gold spiked, this will be the trigger. But that is only the beginning. As this financial crisis unfolds, Celente points out that the world is being engulfed by geopolitical chaos. The war machine is accelerating, and his principle is clear. When all else fails, they take you to war. In this environment, Celente confirms that gold is not just an asset, it is the #1 safe haven in the world. Underpinning it all, he identifies the fatal flaw in the system itself, the death of the US dollar. Celente's analysis is simple. As the dollar falls, gold, priced in dollars, will rocket higher. He calls the entire financial structure a crime syndicate, and the people are finally waking up. This leads to what Celente calls the final explosive wild card, a government-led revaluation. He reveals that the government itself could be forced to raise the official price of gold by 70% or more to deal with the insurmountable debt, just as they did in the 1930s. They have done it before, Celente concludes, and they could do it again. The message from Gerald Celente is clear. Their control over gold is slipping. The banking collapse, the global wars, and the death of the dollar are converging. When they lose control, the price of gold will be set free. Subscribe to Fine Metals for best financial advices and latest news.
Now are spiking like they have back in the late 1970s and early 80s. There's no comparison. Back then, America was the world leader in many, many different ways. Those days are gone. You look at, I forgot the numbers, but China's GDP, India's GDP back then, it was nothing. And now it's like $20 trillion, China's GDP. You look at the BRICS, they've had enough of dollar denomination. And it's going to be the death of the dollar, and gold is dollar based. So again, the lower interest rates go down, the deeper the dollar falls. The deeper the dollar falls, the higher gold prices go, because it's cheaper to buy in other countries as their currencies are going up. And again, the death of the dollar is coming. This is not the same America as it was back in late 1970s. Again, China was nothing. India was nothing. There were no BRICS. So it's a different story now. And so we can see gold prices, escalating very rapidly and much higher.
Yep.
That's
And here's so what we're looking at here, Gerald, is the S&P priced in gold. So you just take the S&P divided by the gold price. This is what you get. And clearly what you'll notice is that the last time we had an all-time high was in 2000, the dot-com bust. And we haven't been anywhere close to that since. So all of these nominal highs were just that, nominal highs, highs priced in dollars, which were inflating over the course of time. So, I mean, it looks like we're approaching bear territory in the market priced in gold.
I agree. And again, what did I say? Depending on the data, it keeps. I said, if Alexander the Great couldn't pull it off, if the British at the height of the British Empire into the Valley of Death, Road to 600 couldn't do it, if the Russians couldn't beat them, what makes you think we'll beat them when we haven't won a war since World War II and would have won that one without the Russians? Why, you anti-American? How dare you say that?
Yeah, I remember back in those days, seeing you on Fox every now and then.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But those are long gone for good reason, and a good riddance to them.
And this is very important. This is extremely important again with the Trends Journal. Oh, who just bought? Who owns CBS now? Oh,
the Oracle guy. What's his name? Ellison. Yeah.
His little boy, his little son. Oh, who owns Wall Street Journal and Fox? Oh, the billionaire Murdoch. Oh, that's two billionaires. Oh, who owns Washington Post? Oh, the billionaire Bezos. All right? You can keep going on. The billionaires control the whole media, and all they're interested in is making more money. And they're, they what that guy, Munger died, the Buffett's partner.
Charlie Munger?
Yeah. He was brilliant. You know what he did? He built a huge casket the size of a house and took all the money with him. Got it with him. I'm making that up. Warren Buffett's son was a tenant in one of my buildings, the 1763 Dr. Jensen House. He had the Nova Foundation. He would never even say hello to me. I was the landlord. I'm just a little wop. I'm a little guinea from the Bronx. So, my daddy is. Never gave us a penny for our Occupy Peace rallies over here. The billionaires control everything. Again, it goes back to why that election was successful in New York City. The people have had enough of the crime syndicate. They call it a uniparty, the murderers and thieves. And the young people have seen no future, and the middle class keeps shrinking. So as we go to Euronews, France 24, etc., want to hear what the Europeans have to say. We go to the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, or want to hear what the Americans have to say. And then we say, this is what they're saying. This is our analysis. This is our forecast. So what I'm saying to people, broaden your mind. Get outside the little box. Don't spend 1 second listening to mainstream media. It's a waste of time. They're prostitutes. They're media whores that get paid to put out by their corporate pimps and government whoremasters. And you could Google it up in Wikipedia, and I'm the guy that coined the term. They're prostitutes. I used to be on Oprah, the Today Show, Good Morning America, everybody, everywhere. They hated me when I said the United States would lose the Afghan war. It goes higher than that. You can see it go to 10,000.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Interesting times ahead. Gerald, it's been a pleasure, as it always is, my friend. Anything else, any other topics you want to bring up before we bring this home?
No, I think we've covered mostly everything. And again, it's very important to look at the current events forming future trends. And again, in the Trends Journal, for example, the Israel war, we subscribe, we pay to go to Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper. We go to the Times of Israel, we go to Ynet, we go to Jerusalem Post. Oh, we also go to IRNA, ISNA, Press TV, Tehran Times. We want to hear what the Iranians have to say. Oh, we go to Arab news. We go to Al Jazeera. We want to hear what the Arabs have to say. Again, it's very important to look at the current events forming future trends. And again, in the Trends Journal, for example, the Israel war, we subscribe, we pay to go to Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper. We go to the Times of Israel, we go to Ynet, we go to Jerusalem Post. Oh, we also go to IRNA, ISNA, Press TV, Tehran Times. We want to hear what the Iranians have to say. Oh, we go to Arab news, we go to Al Jazeera, we want to hear what the Arabs have to say. We go to Euronews, France 24, etc. Want to hear what the Europeans have to say. We go to the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, or want to hear what the Americans have to say. And then we say, this is what they're saying. This is our analysis. This is our forecast. So what I'm saying to people, broaden your mind. Get outside the little box. Don't spend 1 second listening to mainstream media. It's a waste of time. They're prostitutes. They're media whores that get paid to put out by their corporate pimps and government whoremasters. And you could Google it up in Wikipedia, and I'm the guy that coined the term. They're prostitutes. I used to be on Oprah. Oh, this is the German. You like World War I? Nah, I like World War II better. And look at that little clown boy over there in France, Macron, a little garçon with a pecker smaller than this. We're going to maybe send troops into Ukraine. One country after another, talking about building up the war against Ukraine. These wars build up, again, it goes back to gold. It's the #1 safe haven asset in the world. And if you didn't have these cryptocurrencies, gold would be $6,000, $7,000 an ounce now.
Is Bitcoin, I mean, we can only speculate, but do you anticipate Bitcoin being a CIA creation or some sort of intelligence
I don't know.
creation to kind of siphon off
I don't
gold?
I don't know. But again, we only go by the facts, not what you like, what you hate. Now, you go back to Trump when in 2021, 2020. Oh, I hate Bitcoin. Oh, it's killing the dollar. Oh, Bitcoin's terrible. Hey, but now my family's in it. Oh, what's the guy? Witkoff, Jerkoff, Lutnick, the other guys in his cabinet, his kids are in the business. Trump's kids are in the business. They're in the business. Well, what did Trump get from the crypto people when he was running for office? $100 million? Oh, what happened when he got his inauguration? Tens of millions of dollars? So the team is in there. They're going to do everything they can to drive the prices up. That's the way we see it. It's not what you like, what you want, what you wish for. It's what is. You go by the facts.